Well, hey folks, this is Doug, KB8M, and I'm in my ham shack today. I'm not out on a POTA, but I wanted to talk a bit about air travel with amateur radio equipment. I've seen some posts on Facebook, people asking questions about it, and I know Josh on HRCC has addressed it already, but we recently went to Colorado, and we flew out of O'Hare Airport in Chicago. Now, my wife and son were teasing me that I was going to get flagged and pulled off because of all the stuff in the carry-on that looks kind of suspicious. So I thought I'd look and show you what we've got. I did get flagged in O'Hare by the agent. He did ask me. He just said, "What is all this stuff?" And I said, "It's just amateur radio equipment." He was good with that. He swabbed my batteries and things in there just to, for security. But then he just set me on my way without issue. Looking at the x-ray, it was really cool. I can see why they would have stopped me. But and then the funny thing is, on the way home, coming back from Denver, they sent my bag right through. There was no question. It went right through the scanner and nobody questioned a thing, which I guess is kind of concerning. But at any rate, I want to show you what I had in my bag, and hopefully the info helps you out. Okay, this is my roller case, and the only thing that I have in here is my radio equipment that I took. And this had to be a carry-on because I do have LifePo batteries in here. And this is how I have it set up. First off, I know one of the main questions is the batteries. And I looked, and you can have, without really question, it's showing 100 watt hour, 100 to 120 watt hour batteries that they allow on the airlines without special permission. I ran off of, this is a 6 amp hour, this is a 7, and I didn't have any issues out there. The only one, he didn't even open this one, but this LifePo 4 he just took out, ran a swab across it, and was good with it. So I have, and I only used one of them. I didn't even hook both of them up, so it worked real well. So I have 2 LifePo batteries. And then for the radio, I have this trusty FT891. And I did run full power with it. We activated out in Rocky Mountain National Park. I did run full power with it just to make sure that I was getting out. I had no issues even with the small batteries. I will say this is really cool. When we did our first POTA back in, I think it was 2016, we activated Mackinac Island, and I forget who I was seeing, but they had this wrap that they showed on the video, and so I picked this up off Amazon. I'll look it up and I'll put a link in the description here. But this is really cool as far as protecting it. I don't have the nice rail system or protection for the radio, and this works really well. Also then, I have my end-fed half-wave, along with, there's about 25-30 feet of coax in here. And then I also have the power cord for my radio. I just leave the microphone attached to the radio, and that way we don't have to worry about losing it or forgetting it. And then, of course, got to have the Parks on the Air flag. We didn't get it out in Colorado or in Rocky Mountain National Park, but yeah, gotta have it. Didn't know how long we'd be there or if we'd do an extended activation or what, so gotta have it. And then I have my mag mount on the rental car. It was kind of slick. The repeater system in Colorado is pretty cool. Uh, the I can get from Colorado Springs all the way up to Denver, and they have the repeaters on the mountains. I'm used to repeaters here, not at 10 to 14,000 feet. But yeah, I have my mag mount. On this side, I have my camera mount, so that for doing video. Then I have my just a little 2-meter whip that'll screw on my mag mount here. I have my FT60 HT. I did make my very first soda activation. We went up Pikes Peak and I activated the summit of Pikes Peak, and that was really cool. There'll be a video coming out on that, so please watch for that and let me know what you think. But yeah, so I made it with the HT. I got on the Colorado Springs repeater, and I asked if someone could make a contact with me, and we went over to a frequency. I believe it was 145, 500. Not sure anymore, but made a contact, and then another gentleman had heard us, and he came over and made a contact, and then I called on the 2-meter simplex repeater or calling channel, and got the rest. And so I was able to do my first soda activation. That was really cool. All right, and then I have the tripod for the camera mount. This side here, I have a Morse code key. This one I got off Amazon. It's one of the Poudre Keg Morse code keys, and I'm going to do a little review on this as well. It's really slick. Did not get a chance, or didn't take the time to do Morse code. I know I was going to, but then I only asked so much of my son, so I didn't want him to get too bored, and so we just did the activation at Rocky Mountain National Park sideband and called it a day. Over here I have my charger for the LiFePO batteries. If I was going to do Morse code with it, I've got my headphones. I've got a little logbook. We ended up using another scratch pad, but I keep a logbook. I have extra batteries for my FT60. Then I have some sorted cables. This is for the CW key. And I have my adapter for the mag mount. And what this will do, this allows me to use a 17-foot whip that I can run on 20 meters. Then I just take the 2-meter off and screw him on and use my 17-foot whip for that. I usually do. I start at 20 meter and go from there. All right. Then in here, got to have my trusty ICOM hat. That was given to me directly from Ray. Thanks, Mr. Ray Novak. And then another 50-foot length of RG8X, and good to go. So with all this inside here, I can see why they flagged me. Now the other thing I've got, and I used with my end-fed half-wave, is I had a mast, a 17-foot mast. It's a crappie pole. And along with that, I also had the whip. Now those I put in check baggage. Wouldn't quite fit in here. I don't have one of the nifty ones from Ham Radio Dude. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that and get a smaller mast. But and I didn't want the whip to get bent, so we put that in check baggage. But yeah, I have everything in there. Fit nice. Everything traveled well. All right, yeah, the 17-foot mast doesn't fit in there real well. Wouldn't have made it. So we put this in the check baggage. This is actually a fiberglass one that I got off of, I think I got it off AliExpress a number of years ago. But yeah, I extend that and then just leaned it up against a tree. With the national parks and stuff, I don't like putting wires in the trees. I don't like attaching things to them. So just set this up and had it on the back side of a tree in a branch, and it worked real well. And then yeah, the 17-foot whip, it'll fit if you go sideways, and I didn't feel like chancing this getting bent. So both of these I did put in our check baggage. But everything else was in here. Just grabbed the whole case, set in the back of the SUV, and we were off. Okay, well, I hope this video helped. TSA isn't that bad, and we got through it no problem. Any questions, please leave comments. I'd love to answer anything that you've got, and we'll say 73. Thanks for watching.